self-serving, persuasive talkers
of everything and nothing.
We are Conversation Con Artists.
What's going on, people? It's your boy, Mr. On Point.
And I am sick of being sick, also known as Calamity Red.
And we are Conversation Con Artists, back for another fantastic episode. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. MISTER_on point.
And I can be found at Red_Calamity. Also, we are still doing the listener letter portion of the show. So if you have a question you would like for us to answer on the show, you can send it to our Gmail account, which is conversationconartists@gmail.com. Or you can find us on Facebook, Conversation Con Artists, and send it to us that way. We have, listen, I'm going to sound like Kermit at parts. From talking for so long because I done had this goddamn cold for a week. So, just so y'all know. At least it's not Michelle A. Okay? Didn't lose my voice this time.
Could be worse.
Could be worse. It's been worse. I think Colin sent us some shit. Correct.
Colin has sent us letters, live listening. All of you have the capability to do that if you like. You know, listen to the show and send some input. And it will be greatly appreciated and responded to.
Indeed.
Until we get too many listeners and letters to answer, then we got to figure out how to do it then. But right now, if you do it, we get to you. The name of this email is episode 212, A Few Good Meat Blowers, or Happy Meats Giving.
So sick of y'all.
Got this 6 days ago. What's good, my conversational friends? So this is my episode 212 letter. Not sure if y'all had a chance to record around the holiday, so I may be missing the write-ins as I'm flying back to Seattle. Nevertheless, I want to make sure I come with that good material for the show. First to Red. My bad about the Sonic the Hedgehog part of the letter. I know you play games too, and that's a bad look by me, and I hope you accept my apology. For you both, though, what are y'all playing? I recently got Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order for my Xbox, so I'm going to get into that this week. Other than that, I want to get back into Fire Emblem 3 Houses on the Switch as well, and y'all can always find me on Destiny. I have cross-save enabled there too, so I can play on PS4 or Xbox. Second, are y'all watching Disney Plus at all? I know everybody is obsessed with The Mandalorian, but it's honestly good for a reason. The show is amazing. I'm really happy they've allowed someone to write an original story within the Star Wars universe that isn't relying on Luke Skywalker as a bridge. Star Wars fans are the whiniest bunch of baby back bitches in the nerdosphere, other than gamers generally, and even they like it. That's all for now. Looking forward to hearing the next episode. Will you guys take a break at all during the holidays? Let me know. Mr. On Point and me will need to discuss the unveiling of our new campaign for 2020, or whether we will continue to run the meat positivity into the new year. Colin. P.S. Stephen Miller, Trump, and his entire camp are hot garbage.
Indeed. Oh, yeah. I mean, I was just fucking with you about the Sonic thing. I know you know that I play video games, but right now, because I just, I think I've talked about this before, that I got a new job that I've been settling into. I ain't playing shit. Like, my shift has changed. From like I'm going down to the shift that I'm going to be on, but I currently work like 12 to 8:30 at night. So when I get home, I ain't playing no goddamn games. But I do need to find a game to play, because I can play like on a weekend. And if you have any suggestions, my tastes run to like Darksiders. I love Dante's Inferno was one of my favorite games ever. Diablo 3, those kind of games. No shooters. I can't aim for shit. Okay, I don't do shooters.
Well, people can't do shit until they can, after they practice. That's how shit work.
I mean,
now, either you want to do it or you don't want to do it.
Maybe I don't have an interest in shooters.
Or maybe you would have an interest in shooter, but you done convinced yourself that you might not, because you can't play it because you've never done it.
I had played shooters and I sucked ass.
Okay, you played them, but you didn't play them to get good enough to determine whether it could be enjoyable.
No, I don't like not knowing how to do stuff or not being good at stuff. So, like,
when you've not been good at something, how have you gotten good at it?
Obviously, by continuing to do it.
Exactly.
But with this, it's easier for me to just find a game that I'm already good at, that I can play. And I mean, the games that I play aren't games where I don't ever like fuck up or don't die or anything, but like shooters, I can't, the aim, and like I'm just not good. Now if a game like Tomb Raider. I played Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider a lot of time has where you can set like automatic, where it'll just automatically lock on to whoever the enemy is. If I have to aim and put the target on it, especially a moving
So
target.
are you assuming that all shooters don't have that?
I'm not
availability?
assuming. I'm not assuming that all shooters don't have that availability. The shooters I played don't have that. Or
What shooters have you played?
I don't. How you gonna ask me a question that I don't have the answer to? I don't know.
I know because I think it's bullshit.
It isn't bullshit. It's been a while. Crisis. I wanted to.
Crisis was garbage
I wanted to
on
like it.
console.
I didn't have it on console. I had it on PC.
Oh, the original one?
Oh, which one was it? I still have it. I just don't play it.
No, wrong one.
What else have I tried to play?
I gotta get you on a low level shooter that has auto aim and that you can adjust the
Hot
auto aim.
Shot, where it slows it down. I played that and I like that.
I don't know what the hell that is.
They played it over here. One of the times all of us were at your apartment. The
Hot
game
Shot.
where it's like shadow, like it's not actual people, you don't see it, but it slows down.
Oh, you talking about with the orange people?
Yes, I like that because it was slowed down, and that gave me time to like do shit.
I can't think of the name of it. Just
but-
because you asked about it.
What? It was called Hot Shot.
No, it wasn't. It's not Hot Shot.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I feel like it was.
It's not Hot Shot. Hot Shot is a golf game.
Super Hot. My
Yeah.
bad. It's called. I knew Hot was in it. Super Hot.
But that ain't really a shooter.
It is a shooter. That's all you're shooting and killing people, but it slowed down.
We gotta find a shooter for you to play.
I mean,
That's slow pace, so you can get used to aiming. You gotta get used to aiming. But if you don't like shooters, that's fine. But like, I am not going to accept you not liking shooters because you ain't got into them enough. That's garbage.
What the last game I probably played, and I didn't like it, was Darksiders 3. I hope so there's gonna be a fourth one. It's supposed to be a fourth one because it's the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I didn't really, and I wanted to like it so bad because it was the one girl horseman, but that shit was garbage. Like it was. I liked the first two. I played all 3 Darksider games. I liked the first 2, but that third game was just.
You beat them all.
That third game just, and like the other 2, I played through more than once, but the third one I just wanted to beat it to get my money out of it, and because I didn't like it, it wasn't a good game. So hopefully the last of the Darksiders, what is it? It's not a trilogy. What is it when it's 4?
Mm-hmm.
The last of the storyline will be good. It's War, Death, Fury. I can't remember what the fourth one's gonna be. I don't know, but yeah, those are the kind of games. Diablo, like I said, Diablo 3 I love that. I played through with different characters, leveling them up. So that kind of stuff. Those are the kind of games that
I'm playing Call of Duty, new Call of Duty, Modern Warfare. It's really good. I stopped playing Call of Duty when people could start flying. So one of them Black Ops where you had like boosts on your legs and stuff, and running on the walls and shooting off the walls. And then at some point they stopped the running on the walls thing, but you could still like boost into the air. That just it just added something I didn't like to the gaming dynamic. But Call of Duty Black Ops 4, they removed that. They had like one operator where you can do that, but it really still felt like the same game, just kind of like with a slight update of guns, I guess. This Call of Duty feels like a whole overhaul of the system. It feels like a different game with the same Call of Duty feel. I mean, the graphics are better, the guns are better. Now, you know, with it being a main developer game, it's got that pay to play shit. Clearly, they released it without the store on it, so that they can say that there was no. It was not releasing as a pay to play, but like, well, a month later, here you are. We got the store on it, and it's clear that they have spread out the ability to like level up stuff. Like it used to be where after the first week or two of the game coming out, it's people who got all the guns unlocked, all the attachments unlocked and everything. It's just going to take so long to do that because I don't even know how many levels all these guns get. It look like the guns get about 100 levels apiece, to be honest. You know, and it's a lot of guns. So, I don't know. Outside of that, I'm still playing Apex Legends. I really like that game. It's just aesthetically pleasing to me, so I like playing it. What else? That's about it right now. Like I pull out another game every now and then. I haven't beat Borderlands 3 yet. I don't know if I am, or not. I never beat games really. I just play them until I get bored with them and other stuff come out, and then I start playing the new stuff.
I like have to be like I don't like not finishing a game. Like the only way I won't is if I just don't really like the game. Like even with Darksiders, with me not liking it. Because it was a series that I enjoy, I went ahead and finished it, even though I was like, this is bullshit. But I have to really not like the game for me to not at least attempt to. Now, I didn't play games where I didn't got to the final part and just couldn't get past that shit, depending on the difficulty level.
Well, the problem for me is that a lot of games, especially open world games that I play, I get disjointed from the main mission. And so the story end up being all over the place for me because I end up doing side missions for like weeks, and then I decide to get back into the main story, and then so
yeah,
I don't stick with the main story. So in Borderlands, like I understand what the main story is, but I'm not investing in it because I just been doing side stuff the whole time.
Well, because Shadows of Mordor, those games I play those, and it's the same way where it's just so much to do that outside of the regular storyline. So I didn't beat either one of those, and I played both. But yeah, it was just too much. It was overwhelming. But a lot of the games I play aren't open world games. They're like linear, so like you progress in a specific way. So
as far as Disney Plus, I've been watching some Disney Plus. I ain't watching anything new on it. I found out they have Doug on there, but they don't have the original Doug. They just got that garbage second version of Doug, where Roger was rich. Like, why would you make the bully from the first show rich in the second one? Like, I just feel like privileged people wrote that second one, and it just wasn't good to me.
I've been watching like my old school favorites, Darkwing Duck. Like
something I watched that was the most stupidest movie I've ever seen.
What?
Disney's Blank Check.
I don't think I ever watched it.
That movie was so stupid.
I don't think I ever watched it.
A certified goon that stole $1 million was backing up in his car and ran over a kid's bike. And he gave the kid a blank check and was like, here, kid, just replace it. And so what happened was the goon was supposed to send somebody to the bank with a check with his name on it, and they were supposed to give that dude $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that man's name was Juice. He's a black dude with the like really, really deep voice.
Mm-hmm. Not
deep voice, but the raspy voice. You know him if you saw him.
Did you see Princess and the Frog?
Oh.
I was gonna say, was it the Juju man from Princess and the Frog? Okay.
It might have been. But what happened was, I don't know what my voice doing. What happened was the kid went to the bank with that check. And he don't know shit. He don't know what to do with no check. He don't know how to write no damn check. But he took that check to the bank, and I guess the teller at the front thought he was doing something shady, so she sent him to the bank manager, and the manager was like, saw the check and was like, Juice? You know, thinking that it's the man that the dude sent.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid was like, no, I'm not thirsty. And the bank manager just assumed that the goon was being really undercover and sending the kid to get the money. So he handed this kid a backpack with $1 million in it.
Oh my God.
And the first thing the kid did was buy a $350,000 house.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. It makes no sense.
That's not what a fucking kid would do with $1 million. Like, how old was this kid?
He was probably like 10.
They don't think about buying no goddamn house at 10. He would have been buying all kind of bullshit.
Well, the essence of the story was that his brothers had a business, and his daddy, so the boys, his brothers that had a business took over his room. And he said, because the daddy at the kitchen table said, son, industry gets rewarded in this household. And so your brothers are starting a business, so they get your room, and you just have to sleep wherever.
What?
Yeah, so the kid was like, I want my own room. And so he went and bought a whole house for $350,000. Now, this was like in the early 90s. So the way he tricked them was he used the old Mac that didn't like Windows, the equivalent to Windows 95 shit. And it had some kind of app. And he used the speak and spell voice to buy a house.
This sounds very dumb.
Everybody IQ in this movie was like 30, and his was 60. That's all low if y'all don't know. And
he was marginally smarter than her.
And so it is. So they found the boy. These goons kept trying to find the boy, and at some point, this woman came into the picture, and the little boy really liked the woman, and he was going out. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it sounds
so
stupid.
After he bought the house, they asked him what his name was clearly he can't buy a house as a kid, and he said, my name is Macintosh, because he was on the computer. So everybody just kept asking who was Macintosh. Oh, Macintosh is moving in. Everybody literally believed every lie this boy told the whole movie. He just lied the whole movie. He lied the whole movie. And then at the end of the movie, this is the weird part, the FBI agent lady, she was an FBI agent trying to catch whoever was laundering his money. And at the end, the goon came in and said, yeah, I'm Macintosh. Yeah, this is all mine. He was just like going to take it from the kid, I guess. And then she was like, okay, Macintosh, you're under arrest, bitch. The FBI ain't never laid eyes on this man. They don't got no evidence against him.
Oh my God.
But at the end of the movie, the boy was like, am I ever going to see you again? And she kissed him on the lips.
Kiss to the boy?
Yes.
Listen.
I was like, what the hell? That shit wouldn't fly today.
Hell no.
Listen, that was the dumbass movie. I can't believe the shit they tried to get away with.
Wow.
Who wrote that? I don't know, man. Listen.
I feel like I remember it coming out, or I remember seeing it. Not the movie, but seeing it advertised maybe when I was younger, but like I never watched it. Thank God, because it sounds dumb as fuck.
It was dumb how he got the money. Like Richie Rich is different. You know what I'm saying?
He had money because his parents had money.
But Blank Check, it was a broke ass family and a kid that didn't know how to write no damn check, didn't know shit about no bank, didn't know nothing about nothing, and he got $1 million in a little funky ass backpack. That was stupid. So that's all I done on Disney Plus. I don't think I'm gonna watch no more old Disney movies unless I'm gonna do like some old bullshit ass criticism of them, cause they all gotta be garbage in some degrees.
I mean, I've been watching some of the cartoon movies. I can't watch Dumbo. I just can't. The crow shit really rubs me the wrong way. I declare I didn't see everything, but I sure ain't never seen the elephant fly.
We was
Oh
on
my
Thanksgiving.
God.
We were talking about all the Disney movies and how all the men in Disney movies were trash,
Yes.
like super trash, like
Yes.
all of them, like Sleeping Beauty. This man just straight came up and kissed a woman that was already passed out. Like what the hell? Who's that? How was that a good idea?
I forgot the premise. Did somebody tell him that she needed to be? I don't remember.
I guess so, but what if she didn't? Well, somebody told him shit that with the Princess and the Frog too. That shit didn't work out.
It didn't, because when she kissed the frog, she turned into a frog.
Yeah, like she just believed. I think he was like, passed out girl, you say?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm gone. Cinderella, he didn't even remember what she looked like.
Yeah.
Like, how bad is that? He was like, listen, I don't remember what she looked like,
But these shoes,
but
though.
we gonna see. and how many people in the whole kingdom don't wear the same shoe? He must have had a severe foot fetish.
She's supposed to have a really tiny feet, I guess. I don't know.
In Mulan, the man was bisexual.
What man was bisexual?
The dude who liked Mulan when it was a man, and then when it was a woman, it was like, well, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I watched Frozen recently.
I've never
The
seen
dudes in
Frozen.
Frozen are alright, except the ones that ain't supposed to be.
After that goddamn song was everywhere, it made me not want to watch that movie. So I've never seen Frozen. I have no plans on ever seeing it because that song got on my nerves. I ain't even watched the movie. It's everywhere. Let
It's
it go.
okay.
Oh my
Disney,
god.
I mean, Disney movies these days are good, and I guess they were alright back then. I just don't ever remember being a big Disney fan.
Lion King was probably the first time that I was like, oh shit, with a Disney thing. Like Lion King was my shit. I went to the theater and saw it when it came out. So that's probably the only time. I ain't really no huge Lion King. I like Beauty and the Beast just because she's of the princesses, she's the one that's the most relatable to me, I guess. Cause she was poor and then she got with a beast ass nigga that eventually turned into, learned his lesson and whatever. But Beauty and the Beast was always the one that spoke to me. I couldn't really relate to none of the rest. Cinderella got on my goddamn nerve, and not because it was her fault, but just all of that with her sisters and her mama, and just they drugged that for the whole fucking movie, and I just was like, just leave or shit. So anyhow, yeah.
I gotta watch some of them shorts and a couple of other things that's new on Disney Plus to get my money's worth. I ain't paying for it, but that's what people say about things.
He had an addendum to that email, didn't he?
To that one?
Was it that one or the other one? I know he had an addendum.
Yeah, to the other one.
It was to the
So
other
I'm gonna
one.
read it. Hold on. The second email is named. Oh, he don't have a name. Just episode 2013. What's up, y'all? Let's get right into this week's letter. Comment responses. 1. Girls and gifts. Why the fuck is someone hinting they want a Rolex? Do you know how much a Rolex costs? Gift giving should be thoughtful, but also not a terrible surprise. Also, laugh my ass off at the days before and after. That's definitely true. LOL. Totally agree with Red on this one. I celebrate the day, not the month.
For birthday? Oh yeah, it's stupid. Why?
I barely celebrate my damn birthday. 2. Dating philosophies, namely the men gotta like you more than you like them. All right, so a few comments here. On points commentary on people having a universal system, agree, it's problematic. Everyone is different and trying to apply one universal system to all potential suitors is a problem. B. Love languages. Highly recommend everyone take the quiz. Helps you understand yourself more than your partner. And speaking of self, C. This entire viral comment, alongside Red's comments of being cheated on, makes me want to talk about self-awareness and introspection. I could do a whole conversation topic on it. Maybe we should do a special Chat Con Artist podcast where we dive into a more detailed and shorter format, like 30 minutes on something. Either way, one of the biggest things I also had to do with awareness of self is tell myself it wasn't my fault for being cheated on myself. It's hard, but sometimes people blame a lot of different things rather than just loving themselves and moving on. I'm a big proponent of flushing turds down the toilet, especially turds that cheat on me. 3. Toxic masculinity. Another one we could talk about for 2 hours on its own. LOL. My house also smells lovely. I like bath bombs from Lush. I use women's deodorant because it smells better. I bake and cook clean. I shed tears when I'm sad, and I believe in smiling in photos. And I'll still blow my ladies back clean the fuck out. Speaking of baking, Mr. On Point, you got a red velvet cake recipe? Scratch? Let me hold that. That's all I got for now. We'll listen more right now. Hear it if I hear it.
What was the first thing?
Girls and gifts.
I mean, we had this. So we had another conversation off the air with other people about this. And one, if a dude asks me for a Rolex, I don't even know what kind of crack you on that you think that's going to happen. But I just think that women are so much more sentimental. Because we're sentimental, we think that giving you a gift that we like really thought about and is really emotional, that you gonna feel and be like, oh man, she loves me. But in reality, niggas just be like, you could have just got me an Xbox game.
But that's egocentrism, it looked like to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so there's a phase in kids' development where they can't understand that people can't see the world the way they see it. So if you're sitting on the couch watching the TV and a child is in front of you watching the TV, the child can only conceptualize that they can see the TV. So they think everybody can see the TV because they can see it.
Even though they little ass is in the way.
Even though they in the way. They haven't mastered the idea that other people are involved. And I think that concept is like an egocentric concept. It's like, we're sentimental, so we're going to project our sentimentality onto you through a gift, and we want you to respond in a way that we like. But we ain't sentimental. What you talking about? We don't want that. And when we had this conversation, one thing I pointed out is I think that sentimental nature only sounds good because you're talking about giving it to somebody else.
No,
if a man done wrote 21 days worth of journal entries for you that's heartfelt and meaningful and then get you nothing else, you gonna be like, what the hell?
I ain't finna read all that, first of all.
Exactly.
But I would like, okay, the example that I gave when we had this conversation was, I like the pink Starburst. Not like you can get a bag of like the pink and red. Not that. The pink one that come in the original package, right? So if I'm dating somebody and I say that, which is like an arbitrary random fucking thing that who's going to remember that, and this nigga bring me a bag of pink Starburst that he just picked out and just brought me a bag of the pink Star. That, I feel like if I told my female friends that, they would be like, oh my God, that's so sweet. Like, now, would that need to be like an anniversary gift? No, it would not. But like, I don't think that women would be like, what? That's stupid. Like, I feel like they would be like, that's sweet, because it shows that you're listening to me. Even a little bitty thing like me saying I only like the pink Starburst, you heard that and you decided later on to come back and use that for something. Like, that lets me know you listen to me when I fucking talk. It's the same way I get so pissed off on Valentine's Day when I get chocolate. Anybody who knows me, you don't even got to be dating me. I don't fucking eat chocolate. So if you go get a bear and bring me a goddamn box of chocolates, I know that this just what you do for all you bitches. Because you did not think of me. Because I make it very clear, I don't eat chocolate. So the fuck am I gonna do with this box of chocolates? This cliche ass shit.
Hey, if whoever gonna be dating Red in the future is listening now, you should get her a box of chocolates for whatever holiday.
Why?
But you should take all the chocolates out and put pink Starburst in it.
That would be cute.
No, it wouldn't, because you'd be mad as hell at the beginning.
I
You
would
gonna
be
think
mad
it's
as fuck.
chocolate. You gonna
I
open it up
would.
and be like, thought so, motherfucker. Like, it ain't gonna be like you gonna go to, the range of emotion ain't gonna do that.
I think it will. I would
You
be,
gonna
and I would feel
mad
like
and
an
you gonna
ass.
be like, this bitch ass nigga tricked me.
I would feel like, because I would feel like an asshole after because I probably would like, oh really, this what we do? We ain't been together long enough for you to not fucking know I don't eat goddamn chocolate. What am I gonna do with this chocolate? And when I opened it up, I would feel like an asshole. I would. But that would be, again, that would be a situation where I'm like, look at this nigga listening to me. He actually pays attention. And he know me well enough to know I was gonna pop off at first. So he could just sit back and be like, open it up. Like, I don't know. Like, I would like that. I would like that. I would. And I think that if I told you niggas this, because I hang around a group of guys, y'all would be like, the fuck he do that for? Like, I don't think y'all would get it. But I feel like if you tell a woman, she'd be like, oh my God, because y'all don't listen a lot. Some of y'all don't listen. So when we get evidence that this nigga actually listen to me sometimes, it's like, okay.
I don't want to say that a problem for me is listening. I feel like I'm selective on what I retain. I think I always listen, but I don't know if I have a system to determine what to keep as far as value goes, Like, I know I don't. So I'm horrible at gift buying and gift giving. I ain't come from a gift giving family. I ain't even come from a hugging family.
I didn't either, but that's why, I don't know. I feel like I missed out by not having that. So, like, I do like to give gifts to, like, if I'm in a relationship, and I do sentimental shit, I do try, because I know it's important for me to feel listened to. So I do things to show, like, you said something arbitrary, but I remembered it. Here it is. Like, so, I don't know. It's just a difference in the way that we think, I guess, and look at the world. So What was the next thing?
Just dating philosophies.
Oh, and the cheated. Listen, I could talk all day long about that.
He's giving commentary. We should talk about his suggestion about having a little short format
Yeah, that would be
chat
cool.
type situation.
It wouldn't be
Same
short.
for toxic masculinity. I'm not. If we're gonna waste 30 more minutes if I start on a topic like this.
Yeah.
And waste is a strong word because I think it'll be valuable dialogue.
What was his addendum? This is the one that had the addendum.
The addendum. The title of this is Lando Meatrissian.
Okay.
Minor update. Had to send this. I'm a huge Star Wars nerd. More later, maybe. And he sent a video of how you supposed to pronounce Lando's name. Let me play it. See if I can play it loud enough for the microphone to pick up.
Calrissian?
Lando Calrissian. That's clearly for me. Because, I be fucking up names.
I would just... I feel like if you just say Lando and you're referring to Star Wars, then people gonna know who the fuck you talking about. You gotta say his last name.
Because Lando Griffin.
What the hell is that?
From Family Guy.
What does that have to do with Star? If you're talking about Star Wars and you say Lando, they're gonna know that you're talking about Lando.
But if you just say Lando and you're not talking about Star Wars, like we was talking about,
you could just say Lando from Star Wars.
Maybe.
I'm
just saying there's other Landos out there. Lando Griffin was when Peter Griffin went back to high school and he was cool as shit.
And then he killed himself off at the end.
Yeah. So.
Before we. Was that the only? Was he the only person sent his letters this week?
Yeah.
I talked about my country cousin before that married this girl that, y'all didn't say. I showed y'all the picture, but she wasn't smiling. The reason that she isn't smiling is because she has meth mouth. I don't know if she actually does meth, but she has like that teeth thing that goes on when you have meth. So. She got meth mouth. I don't know if she actually does meth. Neither here nor there. So
maybe she just grew up in a home without toothpaste.
Well, they live nasty as fuck. I have 2 dogs. I talk about my dogs all the time. They require you to be vigilant and cleaning. Even if you housebreak a dog, they start to smell. Like you have to be cognizant and like clean up after them. It's just what it is. Him and his wife have like 14 dogs in their house and shit, and it's disgusting. It's just disgusting. Where they live is disgusting. But so, and she ugly inside and out. So they broke up. Okay, they just separated. They didn't get a divorce, and it's been months. Okay, months. And so I found out this week that not only are they back together, she came back pregnant. Came back pregnant, and they've been broken up for months, and she's not that far along. So it ain't his baby, and he still was like, "Oh, it's all right. We're gonna work it out. We'll get through this." And I just, could you be with somebody that left you and came back? Because this reminded me of Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade when they had that break. And he had a break baby, supposedly. I still think he just cheated on her ass. But they say it was during the break that he got the lady pregnant. And people gave her so much shit. I was one of them. Because I'm like, break baby? The fuck? Like, no. I'm not going to help you raise somebody else. And like, you never see that kid. I don't know if he even is involved in that kid's life. Because you don't never see that kid. But it just reminded me of that. Could you forgive someone that had a baby while y'all were technically not together?
If she was Gabrielle Union, yes. If she got meth mouth, hell no. What the? Probably be glad she left when she got out of here.
You wouldn't have been with her in the first place, though. I'm saying somebody that you would be with. If they left, y'all were broken up for some months, and they came back and was like, you know what, I want to give it a try, but also I'm pregnant.
I mean, whatever floats your boat, people.
I'm asking you, would you do it?
No. No, I wouldn't. No. What reason? I got a low tolerance for staying with somebody who got some bullshit going on.
Well, it did happen when y'all were together. That's what.
But what about this person after we split is redeeming enough to get them back? I don't believe in getting back with people after you done like legitimately broke the shit off.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't my thing. Like if some bullshit went down and it's a wrap, then it's a whole bunch of people out there.
Yeah. And
So that ain't my thing.
I mean, you saw her. I don't understand it. I don't get it. None of the family gets it. It's kind of like a running joke now, especially because he's like taking her back and she's pregnant with somebody else's baby. Cause my thing, where old buddy at? And how is that gonna play out? Does he want to be involved? Like, it's a lot of bullshit that could come with that. I ain't finna deal with that. When Gabrielle Union did, listen, yep, we were broken up. But while we were broken up, I was out here, doing what I normally do. And you was out here fucking bitches. So, I don't want to get back with you. I'm sorry. Yeah, it wasn't, you didn't cheat on me technically. But I just can't, no. You got a lot to worry about right now. Okay, you got a baby coming. You need to focus on that. Focus on your baby mama. You ain't got time for me. And I damn sure don't have time for you in this shit. So that would not be something like when Gabrielle Union, when that situation happened, I was like, ain't no way in fuck. There's no way. I'm not helping you right. No. No. Because if there was part of you that knew like this wasn't completely over for you or that you might want to work it out, you shouldn't have been out here raw dogging folks. Period. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. You got too much. You coming back with baggage. We already would have to fix whatever the problem was when we originally split up. And you coming back with a baby? No, thank you.
Yeah, don't have that conversation with her. She winning. She have no reason not to try this.
Gabrielle Union?
No,
Who?
whoever the wrongdoer is, whoever comes back with a baby.
Oh yeah.
They winning.
Oh yeah. I ain't trying to handle. It's not gonna happen. No, it's not. I'm not doing it.
This ain't the son that was bought from that break, is it?
Was it a son or a daughter?
I don't know.
He has a baby, but you don't ever see the baby.
Was that son is that's the son with the nails is old.
Oh no, it ain't him.
Yeah,
it's like a like this happened. This happened, and then they got married shortly after. So like not long before they got married. Cause like once they got back together, they got married fairly quickly. So now that baby probably like a toddler.
I wonder if he knew the person or if it was like a little fling type situation.
I mean, he a basketball player. I would assume probably just a fling. He
Either
got
way,
access to
that
bitches.
won't work for me.
Yeah,
but I got some more viral posts.
All right.
A woman posting sexy pictures doesn't mean she's easy or looking for sex. I have friends who post Bible quotes that are dick-eating monsters. How you feel about that?
Oh, it's true. Well, I mean, I don't know. Cause I don't really be feeling the need. Like if I feel like I look cute, like people who post lingerie pictures and put them on Instagram, I'm always like, girl, why? But okay. But yeah, it doesn't necessarily. I don't ever. When I see that, I don't think that person's looking for sex. I think that person's looking for attention. They looking for likes. They looking for people to comment on it. So yeah, and yes, people who post. I feel like this about religion. If you got to tell me every 5 seconds that you are a Christian, there's a reason for that. Because you should be living your life in a way that I can just see that shit. If you got to tell me every fucking 5 seconds, if you got to put all these quotes on your Facebook every day, then I feel like you trying to distract me from the fuck shit that you actually doing in the background. So yeah, I do side eye people that post a lot of religious shit. I do. I'm like, why?
Because she have to tell dudes, I don't do this often. Turn straight into Pac-Man, eating up all them balls.
I hate you so much.
That's what
yes,
happened.
it's very true. Like that is, yeah.
That's what happened.
It is true though. But yeah, I don't think people that post sexy pictures are trying to get dick down. I think they the attention that they get from it.
But men believe that. sometimes.
Because they're stupid.
All right, if they put $1 million, if they put $100 million in a book on how to make $100 million on the table in front of me, I'm taking the book. The real understand. Key emoji.
What? No. Absolutely not. I'm taking the $100 million that's already present, and then I'm going to make my money make money for me. But a goddamn book that may or may not actually be helpful to you? You really gonna put all your hopes and dreams on this book being able to tell you how to, and you actually being able to do that shit when you had $100 million you could have took and bought that book with that $100 million if you still wanted to read the shit.
That's why we can't. That's how you get $200 million. You get the $100 million, then buy the book, and then get the $100 million after you read the book if you believe that's what's gonna help you. You know what I'm saying? And then the book don't tell you how long it take to get $100 million. Rich Dad, Poor Dad tell the story of his life for the last 40 years and how he got his money. Like, I ain't got 40 years. I don't want to be rich
At 80?
when I can't control my bladder. That's like, what's the point of being wealthy if you pee on yourself too?
Let me also speak to the real understand. That's another one of them phrases. When you say that, it lets me know that you're not real. Because again, you don't have to say that shit. You don't have to say shit like that. And this is not being real. This is being real. Yes, you know what? It is being real dumb. You gonna take a book over the money with no guarantee that that book could have a bunch of blank ass pages in it for all you know, and they could be like, "Gotcha, bitch."
I hope he's just joking and trolling for the followers.
I hope so too, cause that sounds dumb as hell.
I saw a girl post her Spotify top artist on her Instagram story with the caption so accurate. Like, yeah, it's accurate. It's literally data.
Okay.
If you go to Wrapped, Spotify Wrapped,
Mm-hmm.
it puts your top artists, your top songs, top 5, and then it wrap up your years that you've been on Spotify.
Oh.
It kind of tell you everything about your listening.
They do that. I got a playlist now that says my most listened to 2019.
Yeah,
already
they do that, but Wrapped like is literally the data
oh,
of
okay.
that. So
I mean,
that's probably what they're talking about.
Kind of. That's like computer joke. I mean,
for me, it was
humor.
Daniel Caesar. Unfortunately, but nonetheless, it was Daniel Caesar. Last one. My boyfriend has been staying with me almost every day for months, so I informed him that he needs to start helping me pay these bills. He responded, I don't live here, so I kicked him out. Was I wrong?
No, you don't live here, so go to where you live, and we're going to date from our separate homes.
I mean, technically, she didn't kick him out. He didn't.
Yeah,
live
you don't. But that's what I'm saying. I didn't kick you out. You don't live here. You
she
told
really
me.
have said I asked him to leave.
You told me that you don't live here, so I just acted accordingly. You don't live here, so go home to your home where you do pay bills, and we will date from our separate abodes. Period. Tell me no shit like that. Oh, you don't live here? All right, go home then.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's reasonable or not.
If you're always listen.
If you got your own place, it don't matter how long. If you got your own place that you paying for, it don't matter how many days you stay with me. I'm not going to expect you to pay some bills just because you're spending time at my place. Now, if you ain't got no place and it look like you trying to have a place and you're trying to have it with me, that's a conversation to have. But like if you live somewhere and I live somewhere, I don't care how many days you stay there. I'm not going to look at that as you living here in terms of being or having to pay the bills.
I'm always very, and this just may be the ID channel in me, but I'm always very like, if a dude is like don't want you at his house, or like he real particular about when, like what difference do it make? Or why are you always over here? Why do we never go to your house? I question that. Like if you just staying at my house all the time, what the fuck is at your house that we can't go over there? Sometimes like I question that. I don't get with that because I feel like what's wrong with your place? What's over there that you you over here trying to get away from. Like, that doesn't make sense. If we both have our own places, I feel like we should be not even necessarily equally, because I have dogs, so it probably would be a lot easier for us to be at my house or maybe overnight. But like, dudes that be like, oh no, we just go together. Why? What's that your house? What's the problem? I be suspicious of that shit. I don't like that. I need to see where you live. I want to see where you live. And I want to see how you live. How you living?
Okay.
And I mean, not even to say you need to have these particular things, but you need to be taking care of yourself and you need to be cleanly. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Anyhow, if you have a question you would like for us to answer on the show, you can send it to our Gmail account, which is conversationconartist@gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook, Conversation Con Artist, and send it to us that way. We are recording on Sunday, and Juice WRLD died this morning. So I just wanted to start out by saying rest in peace to him. He's only 21 years old. Apparently he got off a plane and immediately had a seizure in the airport, and they weren't able to save him.
That's tough.
I don't really know his music because it's that it's that genre of hip hop that don't speak to me. So I don't really know his music, but anybody dying at the age of 21 is a fucking tragedy. So
yeah, the song that he's most known for likely is called Lucid Dreams. And
I hated that song.
yeah, it was just a sad song. I liked it, but it was just sad. Like, he was just a sadder version of Lil Uzi Vert to me. But he could flow. He did a 21-minute freestyle. 21 minutes.
That's
just
a long
going. And I listened to like
time.
17 minutes of it. Because I was just waiting for him to fuck up. But like, it's like one of the most coherent freestyles that I ever seen. That's just kept going, off the top of the dome. But I hate that he's, I hate when people die. But, a part of me is saying at least there wasn't no violence.
Yeah, it wasn't no violence shit.
know?
He had but let me also say, you have to take care of your health. We have to be better about taking care of ourselves and getting checkups and shit. Like, now, yeah, some things are, it's just some freak shit can happen. Aneurysms happen. It ain't no way for you to have known that was coming. You know what I'm saying? But the shit that we can have control over, the things that we can manage, we need to be better about taking care of ourselves. We real bad about that. Like, your body, this the only body you got. This it. Okay? You don't get a replacement. So you better take care of this shit. This the one you gonna have the whole time you here. Whether you live to be 80, 90, that's the body you gonna have. If you fuck it up young, but not taking care of it, it's just a long time to be in a bad body.
Yeah. Take care of your body. That don't mean stop eating red meat.
No, that just means take care of yourself.
Yeah, just take care of yourself.
Everything is about balance in life.
Eat quality red meat. Don't get the red meat from the hood meat store where you can get 5 for $19.99. That shit come from cows with sickness. Don't do that. The Down syndrome cows. Cows with no legs, so they can't move and graze. You know what I'm saying?
I hate you.
It's got to be something about cheap animals.
I'm sure it is.
Chickens with blood clots.
You know what? I was watching a documentary. There was like a whole thing in Europe where they were feeding cows, and the people that ate the cows that ate cows were getting sick.
What kind of sick?
Did any of them die? It was sick.
It wasn't mental health related?
Mm-mm.
Because mad cow disease, if people eat that from cows with mad cow disease, it's a problem.
Yeah,
it
wasn't.
turns into a psychological issue.
Yeah, it was like a lot of many years ago. But I can't remember what the symptoms were, but like this wasn't mental health, like your physical health, like people getting sick from eat. Why would you feed cows and think that that's a good idea? They don't naturally eat each other. That's unnatural as fuck. Don't do that. Humans always doing bullshit. Like, just let stuff be what it is. We always trying to improve upon shit. Like, just sometimes shit just need to be what it is. Cows graze and eat grass. Let them do that. Fuck you feeding them other cows for? They don't even eat each other naturally. That's all I have for that.
Oh, okay. Well, you can go to your next story then.
Oh, okay. Oh, Billy D. We talked about Billy D. Williams last week.
We did.
Billy D. Williams did not know what the fuck gender fluidity meant when he said it. And so I guess people were saying like he been fucking men at some point in his life, and he had to come back out and be like, whoa, wait a minute. That's not what I said.
Well, it's probably the other old folks calling him up saying, Billy, they saying you gender fluid on they saying you gender fluid on the internet. You know, you be putting your water in their men's. What? Hold on, let me call some people. I wonder what you do. I don't know, when you go viral in the wrong way, what the hell do you even do?
Come back out and be like, that's not what I meant. Like what he did. Publicist was probably like, damn it, Billy. He came out so quick with that. It was like, wait up, no, that's not what I meant. What he actually was just describing was the fact that he is in touch with his feminine side, that he isn't afraid to be a little bit more soft, and that he's speaking to that. I guess you got to look at it from the perspective of, well, I don't even know how old he is, but at his age, that's more like speaking to, he ain't really with the toxic masculinity shit. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like those things that stereotypically you're not supposed to do as a man.
Yeah,
I feel like that's more of what he was talking about. But he used the wrong word. And so he was like, hold up, that's not what I said.
Well, I mean, I think he was talking about gender fluidity. This just old dudes don't have a word for it. He just said it how he said it. You know,
he was not with it. He was like, it's not what I was referring to. Master P is launching his own brand of noodles called Rap Noodles. Listen, I know Rap Snacks did well. I get it. And the chips with rap artists on it, it's a cute idea. Ramen noodles that you call rap noodles, who finna buy that and eat it? Who?
somebody.
I don't even want to know what the flavors would be. I feel like the flavors are going to be like some real stereotypical disgusting shit like chitlins, or I don't know.
Nah, probably not.
Okay, rap noodles will have flavors including creamy chicken gumbo, hot and spicy Cajun shrimp, spicy picante chicken, and sirloin steak beefy. What? Why? Why ramen noodles? Like, again, I get, you see Rap Snacks did good. Like, oh shit, okay, let me break into food. Get that, I do. Ramen noodles, though, is not the way. Ramen noodles, no. Rap noodles, I feel like, I mean, they're going to probably be sold in the hood near you soon. But I wouldn't purchase them personally.
Yeah.
It's not something that I would, and I mean, look, in college, I ate a ton of ramen. Shrimp flavor were my favorite ones. I didn't really like chicken. Didn't really like beef. I like Oriental too. Had a little spice. But, yeah.
I ain't never ate noodles as much as a lot of people out here eat noodles.
Really? I used to eat ramen
No.
all the time.
I didn't. Mama wouldn't let us use the stove for a long time, so it's like I got self-sufficient at things I didn't have to cook. So sandwiches and stuff like that was kind of my thing. And
my mama used to buy noodles all the time.
She never bought things for us to cook. So
we had.
And
I
just didn't know the appeal to. I know they were cheap, but I was never. Listen, y'all. If y'all kids go to college, if you think that they gonna have struggle eating, have them work at a fast food restaurant. I worked in the food industry from 2002 to just 3 years ago. You know, so when I was in high school, I had an endless amount of food from McDonald's. When I went to college, McDonald's. When I went to college the second time, Papa John's and Red Lobster. Like, I was bringing pizzas home at night from Papa John's, and at McDonald's, I can go to McDonald's anytime because the manager just loved your boy, you know, and they'll just be like, what you want to eat? And I just tell them, and they'll give me some food, you know. Like, I never had those kind of struggles where I had to eat struggle food after I left high school.
Yeah.
And the only struggle food I ate there was really like the Vienna sausages and bologna. I call bologna struggle food now.
Vienna sausages, I feel like it's certain stuff that like you eat as a kid and it was like, yay, and then you get to be an adult, you're like, ugh. Vienna sausages is on that list of things for me. I used to love them. Give me some saltines and but that was something else my mom.
Too, but now the texture of it tastes like some shit you ain't supposed to be eating.
It does.
The texture of it is like, what is this even? What did they compress?
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. But yeah, I mean, you know what? And we went. This was a few years ago. I don't know if you remember. We did all that taste. We did a video taste testing Asian candy and Mexican candy.
Yeah,
I got some ramen from like an Asian store. So different than that Manchurian or whatever, however you say it, that you get in like Walmart. It's a lot different when you get it from them. It's better, but the packaging is written, it's like, I don't want to say Japanese or Chinese because I don't know which one it is, but you can't really read it, so you kind of have to look at the pictures to determine what the flavor is because it's not written in English. But they were good. The flavor is a lot more. It's probably worse for you because of this, but flavor is better to me. So if you have like if you like ramen or you curious about like ramen from like Asia, if you have an Asian market near you, they sell it. And it's like they got a whole aisle of just packets of ramen. And it's the same concept with the noodles in the packet that you put in there, but the flavors are just different. I don't know.
Gotcha. You know what that?
Mm-hmm.
I got some questions for you.
Oh shit.
You are a dog lover, correct?
I am.
Do you feel that as long as it's been going on, all of the criticism and everything that Michael Vick has gotten, he still deserves all of it?
It's over with now. People still fucking with him about that. I mean,
an article from 2017 resurfaced that said Michael Vick said that everybody should just forget about him and go on with their business. Like, y'all need to either forgive me or move on, whatever.
Basically.
And that's just brought all of the people out. So, did you read what happened? Do you know what happened?
He wasn't fighting the dogs. The dogs were being fought in a property that he owned.
And that was my argument initially until I read up on what was going on.
What happened?
Now, that is true largely, mostly. But he did participate. He didn't participate in the fighting, but there was two things that they did with dogs that was like horrendous. One, they used to have bait dogs. And bait dogs are dogs that I think that they just throw in to see how aggressive the dogs that they ready to fight are. And dogs who lost multiple fights, they kill those dogs. And they killed them by hanging them.
Jesus Christ.
They killed them by drowning them.
Oh my God.
And they killed them by just beating them.
Jesus.
And while the main two dudes were responsible for doing most of that, Michael Vick admitted to, now we don't know what else he did, but he admitted to helping them carry the bodies of the dead dogs.
My God.
And so he was there for a lot of the killings of these dogs.
Oh, Jesus.
So I was defending it by saying he wasn't involved. He was on the road in the NFL going doing his thing, you know, and his cousins was doing this. But he showed up every now and then to do it.
I mean,
so knowing that that's what he did, that's what he participated in. He went to jail, so he paid the price that our society said he should pay. He's joined in charity work and did some things after that. He's not participating in that behavior currently. Do you still feel like the energy that goes towards him about it is warranted or not?
No, because as horrific as that is, and that makes me sad even hearing about. And listen, this ain't even about it being a dog. I don't even like cats. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody beating no cats and drowning no fucking cats. Like, just any living creature. Like, why? This is so fucked up. Humans just do a lot of fucked up shit. But at some point, you got to move on for, like, how long is he to be demonized for something that he did that it was terrible? But, like, at this point, it's been so much time that I just don't, I don't think about Michael Vick. And when I hear his name, it doesn't, like, incite anger in me, and, you know, and I love dogs, but I feel like he did what he did. He paid the price for what he did. You know, he was dragged for a long time about that shit. So I feel like what he said, you either forgive him and move on, decide he's been punished and move on, or not. But, like, you can't continuing to talk about him doing this when he did it doesn't change anything. And people, like, forgive folks for other shit. Like, Chris Brown been, not even just Rihanna, he's had a lot of aggressive incidents, and you still have people that's just like, Chris Brown is my husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, people get forgiven for bad shit all the time. I'm not really sure why Mike Vick is the exception to that, or seems to be the exception to that. I think what he did was horrible, and I do love dogs, but, like, at this point, I mean, he got what was coming to him for doing that, and it is what it is. I think it's stupid to still be this upset like it happened yesterday.
It's really hard to point out some of the fallacies in how people represent Michael Vick and not be perceived as, like, just defending Michael Vick's actions.
Yeah, and I feel like that's if you are an irrational person, though. Like, saying that at this point it needs to be left alone, I don't feel like it's defending him. I think that is saying he was punished. Like, what he did was fucked up, but damn, it's been, what year was that even? I don't even remember what year it was.
07-ish.
Over a decade ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, now if he had continued the behavior, and like I said, Chris Brown is going to always be my example for just the way that people forgive what they want to forgive. People were upset about what happened with the Rihanna situation, but Chris Brown has gone on to have a lot more aggressive moments and a lot more moments of him putting his hands on people and doing violent shit, and he's forgiven for that each and every time. I just think that people just, I don't know what it is about Michael Vick that folks feel that way about him, but I don't really care at this point no more about it. I think it was horrible. He paid the price for it, and I moved on from it. Like, it was over a decade ago at this point.
Gotcha.
So, I don't know. He got his face. I didn't even show you he has, like, packaging already with his face on the noodles. Master P. It's ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Florida man arrested after abandoning his son on the highway because he suspected he was gay.
Yeah.
First of all, anything that starts with Florida man, you know is usually going to be some bullshit. But 30-year-old, oh, my God. Evenod Jumius.
What?
Evenaud is his first name. Is that Evenod? Evenod Jumius?
Go for it.
From Haines City, Florida, is officially facing a host of charges after leaving his son alone on Highway 27 following his discovery that the boy had been watching gay porn. The charges include 3 counts of negligent child abuse without bodily harm and 2 counts of stemming from Jumius allegedly leaving 2 other minors home alone while he drove his son near the Haines City Police Department and left him on the side of the highway. So you left your other kids at home that were too young to be at home by themselves so you could go drop the one off that you was upset with. He reportedly told his son police would find you a new home once he left him alone on the highway. Local police reportedly found the young boy crying on Highway 27, and upon asking him what happened, he explained that he was put out of the car by his father because he got caught watching male pornography on his cell phone. Listen, I don't understand why that's the end all be all. Like, that ain't your kid no more now. Like, of all the fucking shit that a kid could do and could be, it's like being gay is like, oh no, you got to get out of my house type shit. Where I work now is kids that are trying to murder their families. Like, what? You're upset because he was gay? And the way that you found out, I'm sure he didn't talk to you because you put him on the side of the road. Like, trying to see how old the child was. That one didn't say. You know, sometimes they don't put. And look at his little ragged ass. That's the dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't say how old he was.
I mean, look.
But
that's a question I have with society. Because we talked about D-Wade, his son, having them nails. I guess the question I have is, what do we really want them to do?
Not be gay?
No, not the fathers, but society that's complaining when a black father is supporting their gay kids.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's what I said last week about D-Wade. D-Wade was not going to win either way. If he supported his kid the way he's doing, people was going to talk shit about him, and they are. If he didn't support his kid and he came out and was calling his son all kind of names and being unsupportive and all of this other shit, then that was also going to be a problem. He could not win. There wasn't a way for him to win in that situation. So I feel like you have to just do what you feel like is best. And unfortunately, in this case, Evanard made the wrong decision.
I mean, what do they think you could just legitimately drop your gay kids off
on the side of the goddamn road and just say the police will find you a new home? What? Now listen, I can understand that as a father, it probably is very shocking to discover that your son has been watching gay porn on his phone. Your response should not be to take him and drop him off and just leave him on the side of the goddamn road. Not only that, you so upset in your feelings and your emotions, you left 2 kids at home that don't need to be there by themselves. Because you just had to get this gay child out of your house. Like, what the fuck?
I wonder where the mama was at and what she did.
I can tell you. When the boy's mother learned that Julius, I'm probably not even saying that right, left her son in front of the police station, she went to try and find him. The boy is now back with his mother. Julius fled the home before police arrived, leaving 2 minor children alone and unattended.
I wonder if they were married.
I don't know.
Or if like he was just keeping his son for the weekend.
Oh, he was young, a preteen boy, so that means he ain't even 13. I mean, so they got into an argument after he found the gay porn, and he told the boy to pack a bag and get in the car, which the boy did, and he just took him and dropped him off.
He thought that was gonna work.
Like, you think that's not how? Okay, so this is another thing I understand about people. So if you think that will work, then could your parents have taken you and dropped you off on the side of the road and said, "You not gay, you straight, get out of my house"? Would you have decided to just be something else to give it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't work the other way around. Why would you think it works this way? There was nothing that your parents were going to be able to do if you are heterosexual that was going to be able to get you to be gay or to do gay shit. The same way, if your kid is gay, I don't understand why people think that you going to force them into doing something else. What you're going to force them into doing is going back in the closet and just suppressing that shit. But it is what it is. Like, it just saddens me to see shit like that. Like, that little boy, and how traumatizing that must be. He ain't even 13. He like 11, 12 maybe. And you took him and you dropped him off on the side of the road and you feel justified in that because you think he gay. You know, all kind of stuff. You know, people snatching kids. It's so he could have been put into human trafficking. He could have got hit by a car. So many bad fucking things could have happened to your kid that you would have allowed to happen all because he gay and he got to get out your house. Like, what? Jesus Christ. I just don't understand. Like, I don't know. I just don't understand why that's the thing that, you know, there's some parents that I just can't deal with that. Like, that just ain't gonna happen in my house. Like, you got to get out. That's it? That's the thing? Because the thing about it is, I guarantee you, if the porn he found was heterosexual porn, be fine. He probably wouldn't even say nothing to him about watching porn. He wouldn't even say nothing to him about, you don't need to be watching this kind of stuff. I guarantee you, it wouldn't have been a conversation had at all. He'd have just been like, oh, my boy watching porn.
He might have.
Maybe.
He wouldn't have responded the way he responded to this.
Hell no. I don't know. And I don't have kids yet, but I just can't imagine that would be enough. The heck is that?
The damn. I didn't turn the sound down from when I put that video to YouTube.
Oh.
God dang. My bad, y'all.
I just can't imagine that would be. Now look, if I had a kid that I was sleeping, I woke up and you standing over me with a knife just looking down at me, you might get put out the house with that. Like, that creepy shit, like, I don't know what I would do with that. But like, you catch your 11-year-old watching gay porn, like, that don't need to be your response. Like, I just don't understand.
Clearly, I don't agree. I don't approve. I think men don't want to accept that kids or that one, people are born gay, and that they kid may be gay because they have to accept that they had a gay sperm in their balls. You know, and that's a masculinity issue.
And for the people that are saying he is too young to know, because that gets on my nerves. At 11 or 12, if you was out here chasing after girls already and looking at girls, you fucking knew. Nobody ever says that you too young to know that you like girls if you're a boy, or if you're a girl and you like boys. Nobody ever says that. You don't know what you like yet. Right? But if it's same sex, they're too young to know what they like. They don't even know what that. You knew what you liked. It wasn't a question. So the only reason you questioning this is because it's not the same path that you took, and it's not the same thing that you believe in. It's not because it's not possible, because you know it's possible because it happened with you. It was just the more acceptable way of being. So nobody said shit to you about it because you was straight. But if you know that you was out here running around chasing little girls at a young, why would you think that you knew that you were heterosexual, but this kid can't know that he's gay? I don't understand that. That don't make no sense. It doesn't make sense at all.
That's how anti-gay our society is.
It's stupid.
That's how anti-gay ourselves. We would rather invalidate a person's own mind and a development level because we disapprove of them and their choices. That's sad as fuck.
It is. And I guarantee you, probably don't think he did nothing wrong. Trying to give him tough love, teach him a lesson. But again, so much stuff could have happened to that kid. Especially now with all of these kids coming up missing and shit. Like, you just don't do no shit like that. Like, that's just not the thing to do. That ain't the response that you needed to have. To just take him and kick him out of the house. And literally put him on the side of the road and he like 12. Where the fuck is he gonna go and what is he gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
At 12.
Get hit by a damn car.
Yes. Or get snatched up by some pedophile. Like I said, it's too much happening with kids now for you to be doing shit like that. Like, kids getting put in. Why? Just, that ain't it. But anytime you hear a story that starts with Florida man, you already know.
You already know.
It's going to be some bullshit. And his name, Evan Jumias. What the fuck, where that name come from? The origins of Jumias, because that's his last name.
I'm gonna tell him. Jumias, I'm gonna tell him.
I don't know.
Let's see. R. Kelly. It turns out that he bribed the Illinois official to get Aaliyah
I saw that.
an ID.
Mm-hmm.
And he's being charged with that. So she got an ID that showed that she was 18.
So that they could get married.
So they can get married. And apparently R. Kelly bribed somebody to get that ID.
Are that person he bribed in trouble too?
I don't know. We just need to find that person. I don't even know if that person have verified it.
Because they need to be in trouble too. Because I mean, if somebody came to you and was like, yo, let me give you, I'm trying to marry Shorty and she underage though, but let me just give you this money. I would be disgusted. Like, get the fuck out of my office. I just... R. Kelly's such a creep. And let me tell you, again, I don't want to hear nothing about him being abused, because if that was the only precipitating factor that you needed to do this kind of shit, everybody who's ever been abused in their childhood would be out here doing this shit. He made a choice. And made a choice for a long time. And continued to make worse choices as shit progressed. Like, no. He's just a terrible person. Fuck R. Kelly. I don't know.
What did I just have? Did I X that page out?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Was that all you had about
George
R.
Zimmerman
Oh, this mother. I saw this.
done sued Trayvon Martin's family for $100 million in damages. His lawyer, conservative nonprofit Judicial Watch founder Larry Klayman, that the case against him rested on false evidence and is alleging abuse of civil process and conspiracy. Specifically, the suit contends that the prosecution's key witness against him and that his 2013 murder child, Rachel Gentile, was an imposter and fake witness. I don't understand how suing works. How you gonna sue somebody who'll never make $100 million in their life?
I
How that work?
really feel like anytime he feel like his little 15 minutes are up, he got to do something to get put back in the spotlight, because he know good and goddamn well he not gonna get no 100,000.
100 million.
He ain't gonna get no $100 million out them folks. And the fact that you kill their son and you still victimizing these people years later. It's bad enough that you killed their son and walked. They gotta live with that. They gotta live with that every day. And now the killer of their son that walked is bringing up a frivolous ass lawsuit because he a dickhead. Like,
It's horrible.
Jesus.
I just don't know. I don't know.
He's a terrible human being.
Yeah, he is.
Like, oh Jesus.
What? I don't understand. Why the universe ain't did its thing yet.
Bad Barbie, the Catch Me Outside girl,
Okay.
posted a picture of her new hairstyle, and it's cornrows. Now, she got upset because people were talking shit and calling her a culture vulture. Well, not even cornrows, I'm sorry. It's braids. The braid, look, these kind of braids.
Okay.
Here's the problem. One, white people hair does not do well in braids. Okay? The way that our hair is set up, it holds the shape that you put it in very well. So you can get your hair braided and they will like, her shit look like it's already unraveling. And people were commenting on that and saying shit about that. So of course she get upset. Now, I'm going to tell you what she said in response to people talking about her new hairstyle. To all the black females, started off wrong already, that are saying my hair ain't meant for box braids. Yes, the fuck. What y'all hair ain't meant to be straight, but y'all glue whole wigs onto your heads and sew Brazilian, Indian, Peruvian hair, which is anything like your natural hair texture at all. And I don't say a goddamn thing. Neither do the other cultures that you get the hair from. And on top of that, I'm not one of the people who has ever made fun of or said anything bad about girls with box braids or any type of braids. I completely agree that would be out of line and cultural appropriation if I was trashing black girls for wearing braids, then getting them. But that's not the situation at all. So leave me the fuck alone or I'm going to start getting real disrespectful. You going to start getting disrespectful. The fuck you think that was? Girl, first of all, you started this off with to all the black females. You lost right then. Anything you said after that was going to be terrible. There is a difference between being forced as a culture to subscribe to European standards of beauty in order for you to be able to function in a society that was set up for you to not be able to be who you are. Okay? Difference. And we've said before the remnants of slavery and all of those things are still present, which is why when people say, why don't you just forget about it? It's like, bitch, how? So I hate that argument that black women straighten their hair, and so because they straighten their hair or because they wear sewing, which white women do that too. They wear wigs and weaves as well. That's always your go-to when you do some shit that people call cultural appropriation when it comes to hair. You can't use that because it's a different thing. Nobody told you that your hair wasn't, you couldn't do, your hair is not professional. Your hair is not this and that. So you had to go and straighten your hair or get straight hair so that you can conform to these standards. You, Bad Barbie, that's not happened to you. So that argument don't wash. Bitch, shut up. And your hair, it looks like it's gonna come down in a day or two because your hair wasn't meant for box braids. Just wasn't. They don't hold braids well. Your shit is already unraveling. Wasn't meant for you. Wasn't. Sorry.
I don't know. That's how America set us up. America told us the only way to be involved is you gotta change your hairstyle. One of my first jobs that I applied for, I couldn't get in Auburn. I couldn't get a job there because I had braids. They said you got to cut them off to work here. So I just didn't work there. I just don't think white people understand what we've had to deal with.
And still, I wear my hair natural. I cannot tell you when I was looking, first of all, when I got out of grad school, I can't tell you how many people kept telling me that I was going to need to straighten my hair going on interviews, that I didn't need it to go in with my hair in my little afro. And it's like, why? Why would I need to straighten my hair when it's combed and it's neat and it's clean and it's the way that it grows out of my scalp? Why would that be considered to be not professional? Other than the bullshit that exists within our society. And so again, when people say, don't nobody say nothing to y'all when y'all do this, this, and that, we've been told that we have to do that in order to conform. And you still, even in 2019, you still get told that. Like, when you have natural hair, it be your own fucking family be giving you a hard time, especially if you don't have what is deemed, and I'm doing air quotes, to be good hair.
Yeah.
Your family gonna stay on your ass about, like, you need to get a perm. When you gonna do something with your hair? Like, your own family does that because we've been conditioned so much. So Bad Barbara can kiss my ass talking about don't nobody say nothing about to y'all about cultural appropriation. Y'all ain't got no culture, first of all. The fuck? Anyway.
Stole all them spices just not to use them. I think I mentioned that HBCUs, the Senate had not voted on a bill for it. But the Senate actually passes a bill to permanently fund historically black colleges and universities. So that's a good thing. Mitch McConnell been holding up everything in the Senate. You know, if y'all didn't know. And this one passed the House last month. It's called the Future Act, Fostering Undergraduate Talent by Unlocking Resources for Education. Strives to strengthen HBCUs as well as other minority-serving institutions by providing $255 million annually. Now, I don't know what you got to do to get that money or how much money go to certain scum schools versus other schools, or if that's tied into the financial aid system. I don't know. I'm going to do more research about it and kind of find out what all that means. But I just wanted to mention that, and that's special about it. I mean, just government bullshitting. I mean, there's a whole bunch of Trump shit I could talk about, but I just ain't really got a lot to talk about. And you can probably tell I'm low energy too today, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, considering Donald Trump's racism and everything they haven't tried to do and all of these photo ops they've tried to get, and just seeing how, I don't know. I'm just interested to see who's going to be the next fucking president, man.
I'm scared.
You think Trump gonna win? Kamala Harris dropped out of the race.
I saw, and then I saw. I'm sad. I'm just tired of him. I don't know. The country has surprised me so much that I can't even say for sure that no, he won't win. I don't know. He might.
Democrats flipping a lot of seats. Like, it just looked like the government is getting disconnected from actually representing the people that they believe they represent. I think they believe they still represent the people, but I don't think they are. And, you know, I don't know. Go ahead.
Dennis, who rode a hoverboard while operating in 2016, now facing 43 charges. People always want to go viral. Do your goddamn job. In dentistry, you working with drills in people's mouths. Don't be on no hoverboard while you doing my shit. That's a delicate procedure. You need to be stationary. 34-year-old former dentist Dr. Seth Lookhart is currently facing dozens of charges after he filmed himself riding a hoverboard while performing surgery on a patient in 2016. Lookhart, who has since had his dental license suspended, committed several crimes according to prosecutors that go well beyond his hoverboard antics, including sedating clients using costly, unnecessary IV instead of using local anesthesia. This faulty procedure allowed him to engage in a scheme to cut out his partners by billing Medicaid under a different provider ID and sending the money directly to his home.
Damn.
Lookhart's other charges stem from his alleged involvement in stealing approximately $250,000 from his dental partners and being paid by Medicaid approximately $1.8 million for IV sedation services due to his fraudulent business practices. Listen, one, stop trying to go viral. Two, if you know you're doing some bullshit, don't bring attention to yourself. Don't post a picture of yourself or a video of yourself riding a hoverboard and bring, the ADA looking into you now to see what you're doing, for them to see all of this shit that you was doing behind the scenes. You was getting away with it. You brought too much attention to yourself. The fuck? Don't do that. Like, definitely don't try to go viral if you know that you got some bullshit going on. The fuck? The American Dental Association probably would not. He might have been able to get away with it for a longer period of time. I'm not going to say he would never have gotten caught. But the ADA started investigating you because of the hoverboard incident. And it just trickled down and them finding out all of this bullshit that she was doing. Because IV sedation for like regular dental procedures, every time I've had a dental procedure, they do local anesthetic where they just numb you. Like, I've never had an IV, and I've had oral surgery, but they ain't put no fucking, with no IV. And you doing this an abnormal amount of time, or amount of times for dentistry work. So, don't bring attention to yourself when you know you're doing fuck shit. I don't know. That's all I have for that. Just don't do that. Like, you brought all of this attention on yourself knowing that you was being shady. What did you think was going to happen once they started investigating you for the hoverboard incident?
Everybody going down.
Stupid. You done overcharged Medicaid. You done stole money from your business partners. Like, bad business, man. Bad business.
Yeah, whatever. People are stupid, man.
People are very stupid. Listen, if I'm doing some illegal shit, I don't want to bring no attention to myself. Why? You getting $1.8 million in money from Medicaid. You don't need the attention of going viral. Just keep doing your shady shit if that's what you're going to do. But you got investigated by something completely unrelated to the bullshit that you was doing that led into them finding out about the bullshit that you was doing. It's stupid. Stupid.
Very. You know, Offset Twitter account. You know anything about that?
No, because I try to avoid the Migos.
So
sorry, Leroy.
So some post came up that said, "I'm gay."
Oh.
Balls in my face.
No, that wasn't Offset. That was Young Thug.
No, it wasn't.
Are you sure?
Offset, yes. Because the post that I saw said Quavo done went and posted random stuff on his page just so he could say that he got hacked. And what happened is Jade, which is Tekashi 6ix9ine's girlfriend or ex-girlfriend or whatever, whoever it was that Cardi B got into a fight with, sent a message to her that said, "I miss you for real, like I miss you FR." And she posted it on Instagram, and so whoever it was posted a whole bunch of other stuff, and people are thinking that Offset did send that post, but then he posted a whole bunch of little stuff behind it to make it seem like he got hacked.
But why would he post that?
Why would he post what?
The balls in my face stuff.
So that he could say he got hacked.
Oh, that was the hacking. That was the fake text to cover the messages from the girl. Okay.
Yeah. And Cardi B came out and gave him some support and said, "Look,
of course she did.
Why would he do that? That don't make sense. Everything is going good." And I just, women, I guess she just gonna cape for him for the long ride.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really thought she, like, when the first thing happened, I really thought she was gonna be on her grown folk shit and be like, "I'm done," but.
Oh my God, I did not see this. Nick Cannon is serious about battling Eminem.
Yeah.
What?
You see that?
Nick Cannon?
Yeah,
Eminem will destroy Nick Cannon.
maybe.
It's Nick Cannon. What do you mean, maybe?
Eminem different than he used to be. Let me say this. In no way, form, shape, or form am I insinuating that Nick Cannon will beat Eminem in that battle. But Eminem is different. He ain't like he used to be. Even that cipher he did, that what he just talked about Donald Trump, that like,
But did you listen to his last album?
no.
Okay, so then you don't know. So he went back. I hated what was that album with all of them? I hated he switched his flow up. It was terrible. What was that? Fucking not
Relapse.
Relapse. Jesus. I hated that. His newest album was him basically saying, fuck y'all for talking about me. I'm back to doing what I was doing before. So, yeah, no. He would... Nick, what are you doing? Nick, no. Nick ain't even known for rapping. You're not even known for that. That's not your lane. Stay in your lane. That's not your lane.
He's a gigolo. That's the only rap song I can think of. It ain't even really rap.
It's not. Nicholas, no.
Pop rap.
Nick. I'm horrified for him because the massacre that would occur if that were to and I don't even think Eminem would waste his time because it would be a waste of his time. It would be a complete waste of his time and talent.
All Eminem gonna do is talk about Mariah Carey. Whole time. That's all you gotta do.
I mean, I just because what is this last album? I was just listening to it. Let me go to my Spotify. No. Now, yeah, that fucking Kamikaze was the last. Kamikaze was I like Kamikaze. Because he went back to what he was doing before. I hated that album prior to that where he had that Walk on Water song with Beyonce. Oh, I hated that. His flow was just terrible. It was really, really terrible. I think it was called Revival.
The album?
Yes. Revival was the one that was bullshit that everybody was like, what the fuck are you doing? When he did the cypher, that was that. Kamikaze, he had Royce the 5'9". He had what's that little Joyner Lucas. I like Kamikaze because it was more of who he was prior to. I don't know what the fuck he was doing with Revival, but it was terrible. But Nicholas, no, that's not your lane. That ain't your lane.
Not at all.
I mean, people need to stick with what you good at what you good at. Smart at what you smart at. Stick to that. Don't be out here going outside of your lane. It's dangerous. Don't be switching lanes. Especially not fucking Eminem. Get the fuck out of here. You don't. Bye, Nick. Bye. So, yeah, I saw that when I was strolling down, and I was like, wait a minute. He's dead ass serious about this. You want this smoke.
Yeah. But that's all the stories I got. We short today on time. You got nothing else?
I do not have anything else. That was it.
All right. Well, until we come to the next conversation.
We out.
Holla.